Welcome everybody to Lumberton, North Carolina. Jason Schultz here with the Beer Money Pulling Team. I'm here with the champ, Brandon Lee. Brandon, I just know your trucks. That's about it. They're beautiful trucks and they run hard. And it's fun this is my first ever pull in North Carolina, so I'm pretty pumped up to check this out. So how far where are you from? Give me the give me the who, what, when, where, why.
Okay. We're from Zebulon, North Carolina, which is probably 20 to 30 miles east of Raleigh, northeast of Raleigh.
How far is that from here?
So I'm gonna say we're an hour and a half, hour and 45
okay.
minutes. So not too far at all, pretty close to home for us.
So is this your hometown pull, or is Raleigh going to be your hometown pull?
Raleigh, NC State Fair will be our hometown pull.
And that's coming up in October?
Yes, sir, it is.
You want to give the
14th, 15th, 16th of October.
Nice.
Will be the Southern Showdown, NC State Fair. That kind of caps off our points series, and that kind of is the last pull in the country, as far as I know of.
Yeah, for national stuff.
For national level, yeah.
Yep. So, what is your pulling? How does one get to this level of pulling?
Man, we started out. First off, I'm third generation puller.
Okay. So, grandpa?
My grandpa drove a pulling truck, a 2-wheel drive, and my dad.
What was your grandpa's truck called?
It
might not have had names.
It started off. I'll give you a little throwback on it.
Yeah, we want it all.
The Wild and Blue name here. My dad's second pulling truck ever was called Wild and Blue, and my dad and my
is there any reason behind the Wild and Blue?
No, not really. He just painted it blue, and that's kind of what he went with. So when I bought the truck from Jeremy Nelson, this truck come from Jeremy Nelson, it was Misty's. I wanted to give a love back to my dad because that's where it all started at. I remember the first truck we ever had. We had a 402 Chevrolet engine that came out of an old beer truck that we got, and I remember beside my granddad's house cranking it up for the first time.
How old were you?
Man, I was probably 5 years old. 5 years old. So it's in my blood. I love it. I've been around it my whole life. We've started with nothing. Old beer truck motor, out of a junkyard.
Yep.
And now we got as good as equipment as anybody in the country. So blessed is an understatement.
No, I love it. I love it. It's fun. So this is my first pull to the Carolinas. I hear a lot about. I feel like I always feel like Benson or Saluda.
Yes,
those are the big names I heard. And then Chase was like, "Hey, we got to take full pull." They went full pull trailer down there in Lumberton, and gigantic crowd. Been talking to Cody Singletary.
Yep.
It's a huge crowd. And how many pulls do you have in North Carolina a year?
Probably 15.
15. Okay, so
we do a lot of pulling.
Okay.
See, we start up in May, so we'll pull from May to October. So we got quite a bit of hooks.
Nice. So is tonight? This is some Region 4, right?
Yes, sir.
And UPOC, or how is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
Region 4. So that's Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina area. That's our area. United Pullers of the Carolinas, the club.
Yep.
So that's it. That's what.
So is the points race done? How many do you have left?
No. Actually, we have 4 more hooks left. Well, if you count tonight, it'd be 6.
Okay.
So we have this weekend. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be in Fayetteville Motor Speedway, which is not far from here. We'll be running there. And then we'll finish up at the State Fair.
Nice.
Far as the 2-wheel drive class, that's really all I keep up with. I'm in the lead right now by about 7 points.
Okay.
So we're running really good. Lee Motorsports.
Is it 30 for first, 20? How does
it's 10.
10 for first?
Yes.
10, 9, 8, 7?
Yes, sir. And far as my team is my dad and my brothers, my 2 brothers.
How many trucks do you guys have?
We have 3 trucks.
I thought.
My dad and my youngest brother drive the little red truck.
Okay.
And then the next lowest level brother, my younger brother, he's a year and a half younger than me. He drives a White Lightning truck.
Okay. Did you guys just get that one?
We just bought that truck. That truck
so.
come out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay. Who owned that?
Jimmy Hill, I think.
If it was a cash deal and he's going to federal prison, you don't talk about it.
I think his name was Jimmy Hill. He had 4 or 5 trucks. So,
really? Wow.
We actually got to go pick between 4 or 5 to pick from, and we had a small budget on it. My brother wanted to get into pulling. He's been around it his whole life, like I have. But finances, it's tough. So we got a really good deal on the truck, and we're looking forward to it. He's made 1 pass on it, 1 weekend on it, and it ran great. And I tell you, me and Mom and Dad, we were all crying. We just love him so much. It's a family sport.
Yeah, it is.
So we were tickled to death.
What's the one thing that people maybe, in your mind, underestimate about North Carolina or South Carolina pulling, or East Coast, just in general?
Well, we got the big mountains, man. And the mountains in North Carolina really limits us from going out west.
Because of the travel, right?
Because of the travel. But when we do, if you look at it overall, I mean, our 4-wheel drives in Virginia is Grand National champions.
Yep.
So we have very competitive trucks. It's just we don't travel out that far.
Right.
So I think if people came out and seen the the equipment we have, we got just as good equipment as anywhere else in the country.
Everything I've seen in the pits tonight, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
we
tough
got
stuff.
good equipment. I actually went out and ran a little bit with you guys. I ran at Louisville, and I ran at Fort Recovery, and I love getting out. I do what I can. You know, the mountains is a big deal, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough to travel through there, but I'm very proud of the Carolinas and Virginia and stuff. We got some really good equipment to come out of here.
It's fun because like this is like normally I go to a pull and I know every puller.
Gotcha.
And this is one where I don't recognize everybody's face.
Well,
I recognize the vehicles, so it's gonna be fun making the picks on full pull tonight because a lot of these tractors or trucks I've never heard of before. But like Jeff Hurt's here with his 2 mini rods. You know, he just won the PPL points in mini and with his unlimited super. Obviously Chase is here as well. Lindsey Campbell's here with short fuse. I've seen Cody run before, so it's going to be fun to mix it up.
Oh, yeah.
And you got some good like pro stock tractors that I've seen come outrun some Silver Series back in the Midwest.
Absolutely. I'll give you a couple good names here. Stan Shelton.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. Stan Shelton's a Carolina guy, born and bred. He's won in every division there is.
And now Pro Mod drag racing.
Yeah, now Pro Mod. So he's doing really good. Brian McDonald, one of the best two-wheel
Yeah,
drive guys
third in points this year
to
in
ever
two-wheel.
pull. You know, he's awesome. You know, Cody Singletary, he's a champion. I mean, he's setting the world on fire in his young career. He's doing really well. So there is tons of good competitors out here. It's just I think they just don't travel as much anymore. And
Well,
the economy's tough, man.
This is still a hobby.
Yes.
You have to. I mean, that's why it's important to have a good. I'm gonna call it state level association.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to go pull them, but you can't be gone every week. Some people need to get home every night because they got to work the next day.
Oh yeah, we're really blessed. I tell people all the time on the back of my truck it says blessed. I mean, I look around, look at the pits, and look at the things we have. God is good to us. We're grateful.
What's the one thing that your dad's taught you about pulling?
Stay calm. A lot of pulling is a mental. You don't have to have the best equipment. I would say in drag racing, it's the guy with the biggest motor, the most horsepower. In pulling, you have to set the right gear. You have to have the right air pressure. You have to drive smoothly. How you bring in the throttle. Dad tells me to calm down and do what you do. And I've been very successful. I've been very blessed with my truck. I've drove the little red truck for years and done really well. But when I got this truck from Misty,
What year did you acquire this one?
I bought this in 2020.
Okay.
And I've won every single major event on the East Coast. Saluda, Pine Tops, you know, all the ones you just named. I've been very blessed. I went to Louisville, ran good. And I say it's not that all of a sudden I got better at pulling. It's I got good equipment and it's helped me. You know, the motor come from Chuck Knapp. You know, I call him the champ. I mean, he's awesome. I call Chuck the champ. He sold me a good engine. My friend Randy Davis in Tappahannock, he taught me how to build motors. So I build my own engines. I very low budget, in-house guy, build my motors, build my dad's, build my brothers. We do it together. So we've just been super blessed.
Yeah. Did your grandpa ever get to see you guys pull at this level?
No, he did very little, but his health was really bad.
Okay.
And I wish that he was able to, because I grew up watching him pull, and he won so many pulls in an outlaw circuit, you know, not at this level.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from him, being calm, and I think a lot, like I said, a lot of it's mental. So I take them with me when I go pulling.
That's nice.
Yep.
That's nice. So if I'm a young puller in North Carolina or South Carolina and I want to get into pulling, what would you suggest to somebody?
First, go and watch some pulls.
Okay.
Mingle with the pullers. See what it's all about, because a lot of it is friends and family. Like I said, me and my dad, my brothers, my moms, we're all here together. The grandkids, the kids, everybody's here. So I would say go mingle with them, see what pulling's all about, and then start somewhere at an entry level. Get you an entry level class, start in that, and start at the bottom. Don't just go and, you know, if you get unlimited money, don't just go buy a bunch of stuff and go start to pulling. Start at the bottom and work your way up and earn it the right way. That's what I would suggest.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, Brandon, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Excited to see you guys run, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.